And this is where my experience as a former health minister and someone that was involved in government, even back in our day, I remember we put in special government or special dollars for foreign credentials recognition so that we could get people focused on recognizing foreign credentials and speeding up the process of allowing foreign credentialed professionals to be able to practice here in BC. But it's still not good enough. And I tell you, as a former health minister, I'm so frustrated with the entire process that I would do big changes, because what's happening, a lot of that blocking is happening in the College of Physicians and Surgeons, if you're talking medical, where it is just unacceptable that we have foreign trained doctors. By the way, many of them trained at very prestigious universities around the world. This is not like, you know, some unknown university somewhere that no one's ever heard of. These are highly trained individuals, including that have attended Ivy League colleges in the United States that still have difficulty practicing in British Columbia. And to me, that's just so unacceptable that I want to look at the entire structure of the College of Physicians and Surgeons and sit down with those people. They're very good people. I know them well. And say it's not working and it's going to change. And you're either going to work with me so that we make this change happen in a very quick and efficient way, or I'll make the changes for you. But it is going to change, because I'm not prepared to spend another 10 years watching and everyone saying, oh yes, we're going to make it better, when it's not getting better. We can't afford to. The other thing I see happening, Seema, I've traveled across the province. I have never, in all my time that I was in government, and I was in government for 12 years prior to retiring in 2012, I've never seen the healthcare system in worse shape than it is today. And I mean that sincerely. This is not about politics. This is about people. And it's not even just about COVID. It's about every doctor and nurse and frontline staffer that I've spoken to is just so tired of the system. It's inefficient. It's not responding to their needs. They're unhappy. They're feeling burnt out. They don't want to practice anymore. The system keeps forcing them to do overtime when they don't want to anymore. But because the system has so little capacity, it can't even handle, minor surges that are created when you have something like COVID. Instead, we're canceling tens of thousands of surgical procedures, and people are, finding it very hard to get those procedures back on track. We have no idea how many lives could be lost, or people that could be much sicker as a result of all those delays. So I'm really, really concerned about this. This is a big problem for British Columbia, and we have got to have some leadership. And it's not just about more money. It is about how we treat our workforce, how we deliver the services. There's a whole bunch of areas that we're going to have to look at that I intend to be very aggressive on. The major obstacle was within the college, because it's a self-regulating college. And what that means is that they have the ability to define the rules for which people can practice in British Columbia. And, my concern is that what it's become is more of a protectionist system that kind of protects people here, and makes it really difficult for people, that have been trained, especially if they've been trained at a medical institution outside of British Columbia or outside of Canada. They're all treated as foreign trained doctors, for example, or nurses, and to practice here is very difficult because there's not enough positions made available for foreign trained doctors. And so what we have to do is we've got to change all that. And it's a complex system because it's national in scope too. There's some national elements to it too. But in my view, this is where we've just got to stop the excuses and just get on with helping folks. At a time when we desperately need trained medical professionals, whether it's doctors, nurses, psychiatrists, licensed practical nurses, whatever the case may be, we should be doing everything we can to streamline them into the system. We should provide mentoring, for them, so that if they practice slightly differently in their country of origin, that they learn how to do things here. But it's a streamlined process so that we're actually getting them into the system quickly. They're mentored and provided support until such time as they've got the competencies to practice under our system. But we can do that. We just have to have the leadership that says it's going to happen, and it will not be without some controversy.